Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's shaking up global tech, manufacturing, and geopolitics. China's recent decision to halt billions of dollars worth of rare earth exports to the United States. This isn't just a headline, it's a move with massive ripple effects, and we're going to break down exactly what it means for you, for the economy, and for the future. First, let's get on the same page. What are rare earths? Despite the name, they aren't actually that rare. They're a group of 17 metallic elements that are crucial for modern technology. Think of them as the secret ingredients, the vitamins, for everything from your smartphone and electric car to advanced military hardware like F-35 fighter jets and precision-guided missiles. Neodymium, for example, is essential for the powerful, lightweight magnets used in wind turbines and EV motors. Yttrium and europium. They create the vibrant red colors on your TV and phone screens. Without these elements, our high-tech world as we know it would grind to a halt. So, why is China's decision such a big deal? Well, China has a near monopoly on the rare earth market. They don't just have large reserves. More importantly, they dominate the entire supply chain, from mining the raw ore to processing it into the usable metals and magnets that companies need. For decades, China has controlled over 80% and at times over 90% of the global processing capacity. This gives them immense leverage. When they decide to turn off the tap, the rest of the world, especially the US, feels the pressure almost immediately. This isn't the first time we've seen this play out. Back in 2010, China temporarily cut off rare earth exports to Japan during a territorial dispute. The result? Prices for some rare earth elements skyrocketed by thousands of %. It was a wake-up call for the world, highlighting the strategic vulnerability of relying so heavily on a single source. This latest move against the US is a much larger and more direct escalation. It's not just a warning shot, it's a clear signal that rare earths are now a key piece on the chessboard of the US-China trade and tech rivalry. So, what's the immediate impact? For US companies that rely on these materials, it's a scramble. Automakers building electric vehicles, tech giants producing the latest gadgets, and defense contractors manufacturing critical systems are all facing a major supply chain disruption. They can't simply switch suppliers overnight. The processing of rare earths is complex, expensive, and environmentally challenging, which is a big reason why many Western countries offshored this capability to China in the first place. This halt could lead to production delays, increased costs for consumers, and a serious hit to the bottom lines of some of America's biggest industries. Now you might be thinking, can't the US just start mining its own rare earths? The answer is yes, but it's not a quick fix. The US does have reserves, like the Mountain Pass mine in California. In fact, this mine used to be the world's leading supplier. However, it shut down in the early 2000s due to price competition from China and environmental concerns. While it has since reopened, there's a critical bottleneck: processing. Currently, the raw materials mined at Mountain Pass are still shipped to China for processing before being sold back to the global market. The US government and private sector are now racing to change that. There are significant investments being funneled into building domestic processing facilities. The Pentagon, recognizing the national security implications, is actively funding projects to create a mine-to-magnet supply chain right here in the United States. Allies like Australia, Canada, and Vietnam are also ramping up their own rare earth production and processing capabilities to create a more diversified, non-Chinese supply chain. But building these facilities takes years and billions of dollars. We're talking about a long-term strategy, not an overnight solution. This situation really shines a light on the bigger picture of global supply chains. For decades, the world prioritized efficiency and low costs, which led to a heavy concentration of manufacturing and processing in China. Now we're seeing a major shift towards a new priority: resilience. Countries are realizing that being too dependent on a single nation, especially a strategic rival, for critical materials is a massive economic and national security risk. This isn't just about rare earths, it's happening with semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, and other essential goods. We're moving from a just-in-time world to a just-in-case world. What does the future hold? In the short term, expect some turbulence. Prices for electronics and EVs might rise as companies pass on increased costs. We might also see a renewed push for innovation in materials science, finding ways to design products that use fewer rare earths or substitute them with more common materials. Recycling will also become much more important. Your old phone or laptop contains valuable rare earths, and developing efficient ways to recover them is now a top priority. Long-term, this move by China could actually backfire. By weaponizing its dominance, it has sent a clear message to the world that it cannot be relied upon as a stable supplier. This is accelerating the global effort to build alternative supply chains. While China will likely remain a major player for the foreseeable future, its near monopoly is now under serious threat. In 5 to 10 years, the rare earth landscape could look very different, with multiple production hubs around the world, creating a more stable and competitive market. This is a complex and evolving story, and it underscores the deep interconnectedness of our global economy. It's a powerful reminder that the gadgets in our hands are tied to geology, economics, and international politics. What happens in a mine on one side of the world can directly impact the technology, security, and economy on the other. That's all for today's deep dive. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think the US can build its own rare earth supply chain in time? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.